All right, as you can see, it's getting late. We conclude day 2 of the Community of Christ World Conference. As you can see behind me, you've got a beautiful, I timed this really good, beautiful picture of the temple. One of the things that you don't recognize with the temple, I'm going to kind of turn over here. You can see there's a really long building behind me. This is the seminary at the Community of Christ. Some people behind me, so I'm trying to get out of the way because I see one of them has a walker. But anyway, they actually train their pastors here in Independence at this seminary, as you can see behind me there. And it's basically attached to the temple. You see with that beautiful spire there that now I can go back, that everybody's familiar with the beautiful spire, except for my trees are in the way. And but people don't really realize that there is this wing behind me. You can see it's actually a really big building there behind me, as you can see. So this is kind of where the Graceland Seminary. Well, it's actually not affiliated with Graceland, but anyway. So kind of summary of today. For me, it was kind of a light day because obviously I'm not a priesthood holder in their church. Started out with a wonderful communion service in the auditorium. I'm going to see if I can walk over to the auditorium so you can see where it is in relation to the temple. And they have open communion. And one of the things that I thought was very interesting, of course, the auditorium holds about 6,000 people. I guess they blocked off every other row for COVID reasons. I was kind of surprised they're still worrying about COVID like they are. But there's a lot of international people here. I posted a video earlier of an African choir. I just found out they were from the Congo. One of the songs they sang in was Swahili. Really beautiful. So definitely not the Tabernacle Choir, but it was a lot of fun. And so that was this evening. They had an evening service in the temple. One of the interesting things, it is a lot more like a regular conference where you have different things going on in different rooms. That was in the main sanctuary. And then anyway, back in the auditorium, which I'm almost there. I know it's getting dark, but you can see they've got a beautiful lit dome. Can you see it behind me there? You can kind of see the dome. I'll keep walking a little bit closer. Well, I'll also show you, for those of you who are LDS and want to see the visitor center. It's literally across the street from the temple. Don't fall down these stairs. Okay, so behind me, you can't really see it very well, but that's the LDS Visitor Center. And then you can see the auditorium behind me. And that's where the worship service was this morning. They actually passed communion or the sacrament in that. I wonder if I can walk backwards without, nah, I don't want to do that, I'll hurt myself. But President VZ was up on the rostrum and prepared this, and well, he prepared the sacrament. He didn't bless it, but they blessed the sacrament in Creole. Obviously, I don't understand Creole, but very international flavor here. You can see the Polynesian, Tahitian, Hawaiian delegations with their beautiful. Oh, you know what? That thing behind me, that's not the visitor center. That is the stake center. The visitor center is right there. That's the LDS Visitor Center, so I got that messed up. Oh, and I should also show you how big that big long building is behind me. You can see that actually has a lot more room in it, a lot more classrooms, conference rooms, that sort of thing. But that's where they do all of their pastoral training and that sort of thing. So anyway, beautiful communion service this morning. I have to say, they sang "The Spirit of God like a fire is burning," and it was just beautiful. I just got very emotional. So it was touching. So a lot of songs that I don't know, but that one I knew. Definitely could sing in that one. It's funny how some of the songs are very familiar. others are not. So anyway, it actually blocked off traffic here. I did get an anti-Community of Christ, I shouldn't say it that way, but that's what it felt like, pamphlet, which I haven't read yet, but I was curious to see. But apparently they have picketers just like we do in Salt Lake too, or I should say a picketer. And he wasn't yelling, he was just like, here, read this, it's about the Bible, which I found very, we're used to that in Salt Lake. But anyway, so once again, that's the auditorium. Quick reminder, that's where Harry Truman, when he came home from being the president, gave his homecoming address, I guess, for the city of Independence. So beautiful dome building, and that's where this morning's worship service was. And then you can also see behind me, once again, the beautiful Community of Christ temple. So I was like, how tall is that? The top of that spire is 300 feet. And the Salt Lake Temple, just for comparison, is 223 feet tall. So anyway, there's your thoughts, and tune in tomorrow for the next segment. We're going to do a legislative session. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I was going to tell you, the reason why today was light, middle of the day, was for priesthood quorums to meet, and like I said, I'm not a priesthood quorum member, so didn't have much to do there. So, but anyway, super fun. Talk to you guys later.